What's up, guys? It's Maxwell Comics Inc. I'm your host, Sir Maxwell, and today we're trying something different with me filming. I'm going to try this laptop to film on, so hopefully this will be better. Anyway, this is going to be my Ruby Volume 5, Chapter 10, True Colors review. And this was like the best episode, I think, of the volume so far. I'm sorry if I'm very quiet, but I'm currently babysitting and I'm trying not to be too loud, so that's why I'm quiet and reserved. But yeah, we start out with Oscar and Ospen and Crow talking about how bad the situation is, and they were like, "Yeah, this really sucks." And Ospen was like, "Yeah, things could be better, but I'm not gonna worry too much." It's like, well, all these huntsmen are dying at once, so it's kind of a big deal. Salem's getting stronger. Ruby walks in. She's like, okay, I have a question. They're like, well, what's your question? And she's like, well, we worried about the Spring Maiden and the Relic of Knowledge. But what about the Fall Maiden? Does Salem have the Beacon Relic? And she was like, nah, I hit that really, really well. But that brings up the question, why didn't you hide the others very well? But yeah, whatever. So that's the answer to that question. He hit it really well. And then he said, and then her second question was going to be, is the cane a relic? And he was like, no, my cane is not a relic. It's just precious to me. That's all. That's all it is. It's precious, but it's precious to me. So that's the thing. So yeah. And then Lionheart calls and he's like, yeah, I can, we can finally get more huntsmen. But as we know, this is a trap, a major trap. Also, so yeah, so Ruby's like, I'm out. I'm gonna leave. So that's pretty much that scene. That whole scene was pretty much pointless, except for like just trying to establish that the Karis King is not a relic, and Salem doesn't have the Beacon relic, which is good. It's good for the good guys. But yeah, so Ruby's like, yay, but of course they're like, this is probably a trap. Is this a trap? Yeah, this is a trap. So, also we have what's that whole name? What's that whole name? Raven. Raven is talking to Lionheart, and she's like, well, I just had some questions. Wanted to make sure you're the real deal. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, I can't believe you have the guts to betray Oz. She's like, I'm scared. It's like, what does she have on you? Nothing. I'm just scared. But hospital never forgive me. I'm just like, baby, you don't think that Crow and Ruby and all those other people, you don't think they're scared? They're probably very scared, but you can't be a scaredy cat all your life. Like, you can't do that. That's not how life runs. You can't be scared of things all your life. You can't, just cower under fear. Cowardly lying, just cowardly lying. And then he brings up, he's like, no, we're doing what we need to do to survive. And he was like, if that's what you want to call it what you want. Like Taylor Swift say, call it what you want. Yeah, call it what you want. Yeah. Anyway, so aside from that, I want to get a good angle with this camera. So I don't look really terrible. Anyway, so yeah, they're talking, they're having this back and forth, and Raven's like, yeah, whatever. I left because Salem's too strong. We can't beat her. We're doing what we need to do to save ourselves and survive. He's like, but I betrayed my main husband. And she's like, man up, grow a pair, get you a stick, something, because you're doing the most. So she storms out and she leaves. Then we get back to the main event. We get Blake and Ilya standing off, and they had their little preach moment, and then they start fighting. And let's talk about this fight. This is the best fight of the volume. This is a really good fight. And last that time everyone was talking about how bad the choreography is. I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, maybe my previous review was a little bit harsh, but I mean, it's just it's getting better. It's getting much better. Like I feel like they just save some of their energy they put more energy into certain fights than other fights. I'll say that. So yeah, Blake versus Ilya. That's basically what it was. It was a great fight. They fight for a minute. You know, Ilya turns off the lights, which people are like, well, aren't faunas supposed to see great in the dark? And she's a cat fauna, shouldn't cat see great in the dark? And you know, she's like, yeah, but I guess it's gone now. But con anyway. So and then after they're fighting, she sets the house on fire so she can see Ilya because she can't see in the dark anymore. Because I guess that whole fauna seeing in the dark thing was a lie. Yeah, they start fighting. It was great. Can I keep like talking about how they're fighting because it's just a great fight. Like there's slow mo fights. There's quick. It's getting quicker. It's getting better. It's getting smoother. It's just getting the fights are getting so much better. Anyway, and then while as they continue to do that, he's like, "You used to see the things the way I did, the way Adam did." And she's like, "Well, I'm not running away anymore. That's wrong. Just because it gets you some results doesn't mean it's the right thing to do." So Gear comes in and he's fighting Corsic and Fennec, and then of course Sun comes in, and Gear gets stabbed in the back, metaphorically and physically. And then she's like, "Okay, go help Blake," because Blake is like kicked off of Ilya. Anyway, so then he's fighting, and then we get gunchucks. The gunchucks come back. Okay, Sun's out with his gunchucks out. Okay, so that just really the gunchucks is gonna be the thumbnail. Let's just be real. Anyway, so after that he has her back to the wall. Sun has Ilya back to the wall, and there's nowhere to go. It's in the intro if you didn't know. Anyway, so she has her back to the corner, but like gives her the cat eyes, and like comes Shrek, get the cat eyes, and she's like, "No, don't," and he backs off. I don't know why he backs off, but he backs off. But I guess him pushing her against the wall with his stick. That sounds really bad. He pushed her against the wall with his stick. That's really bad. But he pushed her up against the wall with his bow gunchuck thing, and apparently it's strong enough to break the pillar. It's like that weak, it'll just like break. And then you think Aaliyah's gonna die, and then I think, oh, I'm gonna have to listen to people bitch about, oh, they killed off the gay character the first second we got it. We'll talk about LGBT representation in RWBY in another video because I have some interesting feelings on it. Anyway, so I look really, my face just looks really in this my face looks like fuller. I look so much more fuller. Like I'm holding in water like this. Weight gain. Anyway, so anyway, I keep saying anyway a lot, but Ilya almost dies, and then Gira catches it, and then Sun uses his Via Sun semblance to hold the pillars up, and then Corsic, no wait, no, Fennec comes at him with both of the spear things, and Blake pulls Gira out with her little whip thing, grapple hook thing, whatever, gamble shroud. Excuse me, she uses gamble shroud to pull Gira back out, and Corsic, Fennec gets under there, crushes him, and Fennec dies. And then, Corsic was like, "You ruined everything, everything!" And he charges at him, and then Ilya shocks him. That means Ilya's on the side of good now, good or whatever. And I'm just like, and then after that, let's just speed this up. Blake gives a speech. She's like, "Look, humans didn't do this. Faunus, we're doing this to each other. We can't let Adam speak for us, blah, 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 blah. Something really inspiring." And, the Faunus terminology rise up, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna go to Haven. We're gonna protect it." And then Blake's like, "Oh, I know a ship captain that can help us out." Of course, Ilya's like, "I want to go." And Blake's like, "I forgive you. Like, let's go." Now, that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about people. Like, there's a lot of people who like wanted Blake. There are a lot of people who want Sun to die. Like Sun should have died. Sun should have died. Blah blah blah. And so I'm glad Sun didn't die. I'm glad Ilya didn't die. Because then people was like, "All right, well, he didn't die, but I still don't want Black Sun to happen because I want Ilya and Lesbian." And I was like, "Look," and I want Bumblebee or whatever, and I'm like, "Look, I don't care if she gets with Yang or Ilya or Sun. I really don't care, but here's my thing on this. I would rather that if she's gonna be in a relationship, I'd rather her be in a relationship with Yang. And not right away. I think Yang and Blake have a lot of things they need to work out before they ever get into any romantic relationship. I think they first need to rebuild their trust and their friendship first before they get into any type of relationship romantically. Number one. Number two, I don't want her right now. I want her with Sun, but at the same time I don't. And let me tell you why. I don't want her with Sun or Ilya because Ilya and Sun are directly connected to Blake's story. Like they're extensions of Blake right now. Like we have a little bit of backstory in Ilya. Her parents died in a mining accident and some girls picked on her and she beat them up. That's basically all we know about Ilya. And then for Sun, we know that he was born in reveiw, but he moved to Mistral to go to Huntsman School. Anyway, so that's pretty much what we know about Ilya and Sun. Now that the menagerie arc is done, they're gonna go join back up with the rest of the gang, Team Ranger and Crown, all of them. No, they don't know it yet, but that's what they're gonna do. Once they go, they're both friends of the war are going to have a head, and basically say they're gonna find out about Salem, and well, not all the other like not the menagerie finds. They're not gonna find out about Salem, but Blake, all the people in the inner circle, Blake, Gira, Callie, Sun, um, Ilya, they are gonna find out about Salem. They're gonna meet Osprey and they're gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Osprey," Salem, blah 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 blah. And then we're gonna get their reactions to it. We're gonna get how they feel about it. If they're gonna stay or not. If they're gonna help, and if they do help. So we get to see Blake. We get to see we're gonna get to see Sun's reaction to that. We're gonna get to see Ilya's reaction to that. And maybe this is a chance to flesh out Sun's character. I know we have a bunch of characters, and we don't have much time to flesh them out. But hopefully next volume is 14 episodes. We'll get some time with Sun, maybe some time with Ilya, maybe some time with Sun and Ilya together. Shit, maybe. We'll get to more how Ilya feels about things. Does she think all humans are great now? Is she just everything's happy go lucky, or does she just have an overnight change? Like what is like? Because so far it just seems like she was just sympathetic because she was hurting her friends. She didn't really think like, oh, hurting humans is wrong. So it doesn't really think that. It doesn't really seem like that clicked in her head. It just seems like I don't want to go against my friend. I don't want to hurt my friend Blake, or I'm gonna lose anyway. So yeah. Because think about it, she didn't change sides until she lost, honestly. Literally, it took the Belladonnas having to beat her and save her life for her to switch sides. So yeah. So we'll see how Ilya really feels about humans, the next volume. And so we'll see how she see if she even sticks around to find out about Salem. We'll see. But how's Ilya gonna react again? Team Ruby, how's her past gonna connect with her present and future, or is Ilya gonna be her future? Or Sun, what is Sun's backstory like? What is Team Sun like? Was Team Sun mad at him for always ditching them? Just stuff like that. I just want to have things flushed out. I want to see how Sun feels about things. So I want to see Sun interact with people who aren't Blake. I want Sun to get away from Blake for a second, become his own man, become his own huntsman, become his own character. Does Ilya want to be a huntress? I don't know. This stuff. Does Ilya want to retake the White Fang with Blake? What does she want to do? What does Sun want to do? I want to know their motivations. I want to make them characters, make them real. Don't make them sons. Don't make Sons just Blake's potential boyfriend. Ilya's just Yang, Blake's potential girlfriend. At least with Yang, I'm not completely on the Bumblebee train because I'm like, they're kind of on a team. I don't know. I'm just like, I just like, they're kind of on a team. Like Team Ruby. I don't. When you start like dating, like within the team, it just gets weird because it's like, I feel like Team Ruby, like they're strongest when they're all good friends. And I feel like if two of them were a couple, it'd just be like, okay, yeah, we're all friends, and this is my girlfriend. And it would just be the different. It's like they're fighting, but it's a different type of fight because it's a relationship, and it's just it's just too much. Anyway, but Team Stark did it, but Team Stark is a fucking mess. So we'll see how that worked out for them. But anyway, this color keeps going now. That's pretty much how I feel about this episode. I feel like it was a great episode. I feel like it was the best episode this season. The best fight this season. besides, it was even better than Yang's fight with the bandits because, the bandits did not equip a fight. Yang just whooped them. But, Blake whooped Ilya. Blake and Simon, they whooped Ilya, and Ilya is skilled as fuck. So, anyway, that's been my spiel. It's been 15 minutes. Let me stop. This has been Maxwell Comics Inc. I'm your host, Max. So may the power protect you. Bye.